speaking on facts.
Okay.
They don't hold Philly down, and we have a lot of people that did some successful things, but never ever came together and put together a true factual story about how instrumental Philadelphia has been to hip hop since day one. Let's get this straight, people.
Yeah.
The Crush is here to tell you.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I do nothing but facts, okay? Philadelphia is responsible for, I say, 85% of the success that New York rappers have had, especially the old school. Because let it be known, before California, before ATL, and all these other places that's so out of nowhere, it just happens to be, you know, a bigger name than Philadelphia when it comes to hip-hop and rap. And I really have a problem with that. Listen, let me tell y'all something. And this is for everybody between, I ain't gonna give out no age, but I'm gonna put it like this. This is for the class, anywhere from the class of 81 to 85 I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
Okay? We know that after midnight, legendary club, it should be spoken about all over the world. We had some hip-hop legends who spoke on it. But the after midnight, the dugout, the original spot, everybody know what I'm talking about, on 13th and Cherry. You had to walk down the steps. Actually, when it was open, I was a couple years shy from being old enough to get in, but I got in anyway. Okay, this was the place that LL came to.
You remember that? Come on.
LL came here first. Matter of fact, Lady B was playing his freestyle in rotation every week on her hip-hop radio station like it was a song. Can I go for more? Can I go for more? Can I kick it?
Come on, man.
Can I kick it? That sent me back with the Tribe Called Quest. Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, I can. Now, let's get into it. We had LL, Public Enemy, Salt and Pepper, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, EPMD, Eric B. and Rakim, before they went to the Spectrum, before the Fresh Fest. Let's talk about it.
Come on,
they
man.
performed at the After Midnight.
Yeah.
Before the Fresh Fest.
They don't remember that stuff, man.
All right, let's get into it, Philly.
Listen, we
we
inside the studio, the Carly Crush Show, 267-787-5393. Give us a call inside the studio. Your comments, your thoughts on the state of hip-hop, particularly Philadelphia hip-hop. Carly Crush is going to give us a... Listen, he fired up. He in the building. He ready to go. Listen, man, tell me what's your first experience with hip-hop?
Okay, my first experience with hip-hop, I'm going to say I was around anywhere between 8 and 10 years old. And I come from a musical family, not as far as musicians, but they deep in music. I mean, they crates is crazy. They crates is better than some DJs. But I come from a musical background where my family listened to a whole lot of music. And around that time, my uncle, you know, he was a smooth cat back then. He had his little gang he hung with back then. And he was into what was going on. Me remembering music at the time, I was still into the disco era. You know, we talk about the Rick James, the Parliament, the Funkadelic, and Tina Marie's and all that. But around between, I say 78 to 1980 is when I had my first experience with hip-hop. And my uncle was reciting a song. I didn't know what it was. And the first rap song that I ever heard of was the rapping dude, the Ha Da Ha.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no, matter of fact, it was the Double Dutch Bunch, which was based out of Philadelphia. I can't remember the guy's name.
Frankie Smith.
Yes,
yeah,
and
Frankie
he was
Smith.
actually, he goes on down, documented in hip hop as the first rap record ever played on radio. So it was that song where I had my first experience when I first heard it. But then when it came to around 81, 82, my first up and personal hip hop experience I had was seeing the old school legendary DJs like the Cuz Crew, which was Ali J and his brother Super John, the legendary the legendary Saluting Grandmaster Nell.
Yeah.
He was the first DJ I actually really seen freak it out on the turntables. I was about 11 years old, and he would do block parties all over the neighborhood in South Philly. I know about his house parties, but I was too young to get in, and he was. You had to pay $2 or $3 to get into them joints, so you know I know my history. But that was my first experience, and he was over, I think that time he was over at Chew's Playground on 19th in Washington. And he was up there just spinning some records, man, and he was doing his thing. And we had the legendary MC Caesar, may him rest in peace. To me, MC Caesar is one of the greatest speed rappers of all time, signed to unsigned. If you don't know about him, I agree with that. Dig deep.
We got to get some guys from downtown to come on and talk about that. But Caesar is round for round one of the best. Agree with that.
It was Caesar, Robbie B. Then, like I said, it was Ali J and Super John. Also, once Nell faded out a little bit, you had Jazzy Joe came in.
Joe was good.
And that was around the time when Robbie B and Jazz was doing their thing. You had DJ New Shoe. You know, I'm talking about some DJs, man. And then around, when it came to around the part, when I really started getting into it, that's when the guys in my era, the DJ Spins, the Cut Master D's, and, you know, the guys, DJ Reggie Reg, DJ E, all type of DJs. But that's when I had my first experience with hip hop, and I fell in love with it, bro, ever since then.
Yeah. It's such a difference with what they playing on the radio now, man. No substance. We were just talking about a song. I think it's not Uzi Vert. One of them guys. All My Friends Are Dead. Like, dude, get some lyrics.
Right. Actually, it's funny.
Uzi Vert. Uzi Vert. Yeah, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. Come on, what? Nonsense.
Well, if you want my opinion on today's hip hop, it's definitely not the same as when we were growing up. And actually, it changed a whole lot. But I'm glad that you spoke on that, because this is my question, and I want people to answer it before I give my thought on it. What happened in hip hop? Because back in the 80s, from the early 80s, from the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 Days and the Treacherous 3 and the Fantastic 4 and the Funky 4+1 and so forth. They were very conscious back then.
Yes. And
they was really talking about what we were facing in the urban hoods. They was talking about the everyday struggles. Absolutely. And they was giving a message. And then it lasted up until around, I say, it really started to change when the 90s came in. And not to say the 90s was bad, because to me, the 90s hip-hop is awesome. I love it, but that's when the change shift came around, meaning that the puppet masters started attaching these strings, if you feel what I'm saying. And that's when they started controlling what cats should put out for his music, because they can criticize NWA. I'm gonna say this about NWA. They was conscious to me. They was just concrete conscious, because they also talked about that. So once the late 80s kicked in and Public Enemy came around, we had a lot of conscious artists, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. You see what I'm saying? They all talked some conscious. They all talked about awakening the people and keeping us awake. And then they started changing it, because they had to take control of the mindset of the younger generation, because now at the age that they will be now, which is our age, a lot of us will be more awake. And then the decisions and things that we make in life, we wouldn't be in the positions that we are in now. So they had to change up, and that's what happened, because now today's hip-hop don't have no substance but substance abuse.
Ooh, talk heavy. We're inside the studio, 267-787-5393. Give me a call. This is Carly Crush. He's joining the family. We just sitting down talking about hip-hop, guys. If you are outside, you got us tuned in. what are your thoughts? What's the state of hip hop right now today? Old school, new school, the only school. Like, I'm just an old school guy, man. I don't think that there are new rappers that I do. Name some of your favorite new rappers. You like any of the new guys?
Okay, now hopefully it's some younger people out there listening. It's a couple guys that I do like, as far as the new rappers. Not too many. Okay, here we go. I like Kendrick Lamar. I like J. Cole. Lupe Fiasco. But if you want to talk more modern, more up to date, I love Dave East. Dave East is from New York. I like him. He has a lot of Philly connections. Far as Philly guys, I like the guy Chill Moody. I like him, Philadelphia cat. I haven't really been keeping up with much of the new artists coming out of Philly, which I need to do.
Okay.
But shout out to everybody that's doing some. Uzi Vert, he's not style, but